Oftentimes when, damn it, controller about to die. Oftentimes when we think of DNA tests, we think of it as it needs to be mandatory because a woman's cheating or a woman's trying to place a kid on another guy or the guy she's with, shall I say, or whatever. But that's probably the main reason, but that's not the only reason. I think it's more for the kid, in my opinion. I think the kid deserves the right to know 100% who their parents are. What if your kid's friends find out, one of your kids' friends find out that such and such isn't their dad? Or sometimes they're adopted and don't even know it. Such and such isn't their mom or their parents or whatever, right? But they've been lied to all their life saying that the people who adopted them are their parents, or they thought someone was their dad and it's not. Same thing. Or sometimes you have multiple kids by a woman and some of them look different than others, right? Two of them might look the same or something. Say you got three, two of them might look the same, one might look different. Bottom line, I think it's for the kids because the kid deserves the right to have that piece of paper that lets them know who their mom and dad really is. Also, I can't ever deny the woman the fact that I'm the dad. I can't be like, oh, that's not my kid. If let's just say, hypothetically say, I don't want nothing to do with the woman no more or something, and I want out the whole situation with the kid or whatever. I can't do that. Some guys can if they didn't sign a birth certificate. But I can 100%. The woman ain't got to go to courts to fight this shit. She already got proof that I'm the dad. You know? I just feel like, because a lot of people will say, well, that's going to hurt the woman's feelings because you don't trust her and this and that. In my opinion, I wouldn't even have a kid with a woman. I wouldn't even think about it unless I trusted the woman. She's going to be the mother of my kid. Why would I not trust her? I would have to. I mean, that's just common sense. I don't know about anybody else, but to me, there's trust there because I wouldn't have a kid with someone I don't trust. That's crazy. So it ain't about trust. What if me and the woman break up? She try to keep the kid from me, and then I find out where they at, and now I don't have to fight and argue. I got proof that I'm the kid's father. I don't have to argue and fight. Oh man, let me prove this and that. I don't got to do none of that. You know what I mean? There's so many different scenarios that goes along with this shit. But the main one, the main reason I feel like this should be mandatory is because the kid deserves the right to know. I mean, of course, you deserve the right to know. And so does the woman. Because sometimes people feel like the woman knows. Not always. Sometimes the woman don't know. Maybe y'all broke up. She messed with somebody. Y'all got back together. And she found out she was pregnant or some shit. She got back with you, found out she was pregnant. Now she don't want to say nothing. She can't. You know what I mean? She can, but she doesn't want to. Like I said, there's so many different scenarios. But my main reason why I would want it is so my kid knows who their parents are. They got 100% proof. Nobody could deny that. Nobody could tell them differently. You know, they don't got to listen to maybe one of them, their friends finding out that such and such isn't their dad or such and such been adopted all their life. That's not their real parents. You know what I mean? Nah, they know who their parents are. 1,000% they know. So to me, that's why. You know, only people who really have a problem with this shit is, I guess, people who claim that they're hurt or people who are guilty was trying to hide something. But before this mandatory stuff, I would have to explain to a woman, like I just did in this video, that I wouldn't even have a kid with you if I didn't trust you. You know, shit like that. Plus, I would, more than likely, I feel like I'd have to marry a woman before I have a kid with her. Just my opinion. And the same thing go with this prenup. Same thing with the prenup. It ain't about nobody not trusting you and this and that. It's just things have to be structured. You know, I don't mind giving you half of what I earned while I was with you. But I do mind if I got to keep paying you afterwards. And I got to pay you for money I had before I met you. That's just crazy to me. Maybe I could see paying some type of lump sum afterwards to finalize it or some shit like that. But that's it. Ain't nothing before. The money I had before, you don't deserve none of that. Let's be real about it. But shit, I don't mind giving a woman half of what I earned when I was with her. Because part of the reason of how I was earning that money, I'm sure she played a part somehow, motivating me and shit like that. She may even open some doors or something. Who knows? Hard telling. But yeah, a kid might look differently. Like, I don't look like my brothers and sisters. And then they get older and they start seeing how people are finding out you're not the father type shit or you're adopted. They might want to know, like, but if you got that DNA test, you know, it's like a certificate that they can have forever. It's like a birth certificate. It is a birth certificate. You know what I mean? And that's what, and they deserve that. Everybody deserves to know 100% who their dad is. Now, I didn't know who my dad was growing up. You know, that's not a good feeling for kids. You know what I mean? It's just not. Whether their dad's a good dad or not, just knowing who that person is, I feel like everybody should be entitled to that. Everybody should know who they was created by. Just my opinion. Sometimes you might have a woman messing with two guys and the other guy can't leave the woman alone and he swear up and down, that's my kid, that's my kid. See, shit like this, man. Or maybe she messed around with somebody behind your back that looked just like you. Damn near. You know, so the kid might look like you. Like, I mean, it's a lot of shit. But personally, I just want my kid to know that I'm the father. And if the woman don't agree with that, then we ain't have no kid. You know, she wanted to say she's in her feelings or something like that. We ain't have no kid. She want to say she's in her feelings because of her prenup. We ain't having no wedding. It's deeper than the woman not trusting. It's deeper than not trusting the woman, because if I didn't trust a woman, I wouldn't be trying to marry the woman. If I didn't trust a woman, I wouldn't be trying to have kids with the woman. So it's not about the woman. It's just the whole principle of structure. Everything needs to be structured. And everything needs to be concrete, clear. For example, these are my parents. Or if we break up, we don't got to fight over who's getting the house. And we ain't got to go to court through none of that, because we've already made an agreement on it. And I would even agree to, I'll give her a lump sum of something, plus all the other stuff we already agreed on afterwards. And if she don't want to do that, she not fucking with you for real. Because a woman who really fuck with you, she not planning on leaving you anyway, so she could give a fuck less. Just being honest. A woman who really fuck with you could care less about a DNA test, because she probably want her kid to know anyway. So, we'll catch y'all on the next one, man. Had a long night last night. I ain't having one tonight, so I'm out of here, man.